So we're going to be kind of checking everything out. So we're coming down from Entoto. Some nice views. Lots of people walking all the way up to the hills too. It's pretty interesting as well. And we're going to be going all the way down into the city, so we'll just kind of try to capture some of the scenes as we go. Addis 2022 2022. Just checking out the city. So we're going to be doing lots of videos and exploring and checking it all out, putting it on YouTube channel and sharing with you what Addis Ababa looks like in 2022. Chiquinha, chiquinha, toma cuidado da movidinha, chiquinha. Okay, here we are in Addis Ababa, coming down the mountains. So we're a little bit north of the city. And there's a tourist attraction at the top, and so you can get up in the mountains a little bit. And if you get back into the city, it maybe takes about maybe 30 to 40 minutes, maybe less. Depends on how what your definition is of where the city begins. Actually, right here you can already see like all these kind of blue buildings. It's kind of the fringes of Addis Ababa, of going up into the mountains already. And as we get deeper into this video, we'll have a lot more street scenes. But up here, we're basically higher elevation than the city, and we're going to be going by the U.S. Embassy as well. So if you want to try to find out exactly where I am, you can kind of look for the U.S. Embassy and see that I'm going by that on a major road. And I also just kind of wanted to let you see what Addis Ababa looks like. There's some beautiful artwork like that, and I kind of see that along some of the roads. They'll do this kind of thing. I saw it in the middle of the city as well. And there's also I'm also kind of noticing right now too, as I look back at it, all the blue. There's a lot of the taxis are blue, and we saw a lot of blue houses and kind of a blue sky, blue signs. There's like a blue theme that I'm noticing quite a bit more than I noticed before. I don't know if that's just purely coincidental, but you can probably see that guy even has a blue shirt. So yeah, and I think as we get down further, we'll see just like a lot of people are walking everywhere as well, even up in the mountains. But there is a nice density, so you can actually, the way that the structure is, it's basically pretty good for walking. I have walked quite a bit across Addis Ababa. It's not hard to do at all because there's enough stimulus and things going on. Just for retrospect, this is in 2022. So I was able to, this is actually my third visit to Ethiopia. So I also went in 2015, 2017. It is changing quite a bit because of the COVID situation, because of the war and conflict in northern Ethiopia right now. So how am I seeing that? I'm basically seeing that there's a lot more like economic refugees that are coming down from the north. And people that might be casualties in some way, something's happened to their homes or livelihood or something like that. So there's a lot more of them in the city. But actually in this video, you're not going to see that so much. I'm just kind of giving you a little bit of context of 2022. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of looking at the cars right now as we go downhill. There's a lot of kind of small economy car types everywhere. Yeah, and I think what I might do is I might try to pause sometimes if I can see something interesting. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two different videos. So this one is going to be going downhill, and I'll try to pause once in a while and you can kind of see exactly what things are in a moment of time. And this one is going to go all the way to the main university of Addis Ababa. And then I'll have another one where I do University of Addis Ababa to Bole. And I'll probably post the other one probably next few days or so. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's lots of people. I was just thinking this one is kind of interesting because some people, they try to time it so they are going right towards the taxi or the car. So they can time it right when you go by. Then they're going to go behind you and cross the street. I think partially because it's maybe a little bit of a lack of crosswalks. But Yeah, and actually, right in this spot, we're getting near the U.S. Embassy. So I'm gonna probably flash the camera away. I'm gonna flash it on and then flash it off. Um, but yeah, actually, Addis Ababa is kind of a cool city. It's the climate is just about perfect. There's a lot of pretty cool trees. Yeah, so the weather in Addis Ababa, it's pretty much perfect. It gets cold at night, so you'll definitely need a nice blanket or need some long sleeve something if you're going to go outside at nighttime, or even if you're inside. But in the daytime itself, it becomes like t-shirt weather. So you kind of have like if you want to go out at night, you can look good and wear whatever you want. And actually, right there's U.S. Embassy, by the way. So that is the where the U.S. Embassy is located, and I just flipped on it and I flipped off because I want to give it respect. Because I know they don't want to have them film, but I'm just filming from the public spot that everybody sees anyways. But and it's just momentary glimpse, and I turned the camera off, and now we're back down the hill a little bit further, and now we're even down further again. And you can see this church right here too. So there's a lot of churches in Addis Ababa, and what I'm going to do is try to snap sometimes when I see different things. If you know what that church is, put it in the comments below. That'll be good for other people to know. And actually, if you keep watching all the way to the end, which isn't too far from now, there's another monument that if you can let me know what that is, and so that viewers know as well. I mean, I could take a guess, but I don't really want to guess if I can avoid it. So yeah, lots of kind of cool scenes, like blue buses, lots of people kind of walking by. This particular video, yeah, I wonder how they get that up the sidewalk anyways. I wonder, were those gas canisters? Yeah, again, there's that blue theme, right? Blue buildings, blue taxis. The taxis are blue. If you see the blue ones, are usually taxis. People come so close to the car a lot too, so it's kind of amazing. Yeah, there's kind of a lushness to it. It's kind of a like the city is not really built so well, but it's built kind of well. Like I like it like the I like all the greenery, like all the trees are kind of are like that, and it's kind of got surrounded by mountains a little bit too. So sometimes in the distance you can see some mountains. So the city overall isn't too bad. And there's we're gonna be sticking with the university for a while, and I don't know why I grabbed that shot. It's funny. His chest is kind of out like that as I went by. But yeah, so we're going to be going through the university, and I'm going to kind of snap some scenes like that when I see him as well. And I'm also going to do a second video where I start at the University of Addis Ababa, and I'm going to go all the way to Bole as well. So and I'll probably I don't know, we'll see. Probably do the same kind of style as this one, so you want to stay tuned and try to catch that in the near future as well. What else should I talk about? Ethiopia, as far as driving goes, the drivers are really honest. One thing that's really funny, I was using an app, I think it's called Ride, Ride. And one of the funny things about it, though, is a lot of taxi drivers, they don't know how to read the maps because digitally the map is there for both of you, so both of you can see. But a lot of times I had to be in the back street. This taxi driver, I didn't have that problem, but a lot of times I had to be in the back seat giving directions. So they would actually tell me, like, where do I go? Left, right, where do I go? And I would have the map there because I'm using the Ride app, and I would just dictate exactly what it says to them, and they can't, I'd be like, well, you got it on your phone too, but I don't know, maybe they don't want to drive and read the map at the same time. I don't know, for whatever reason, that was the case the majority of the time when I was in a ride taxi. The ride taxis are like Uber. So that's kind of interesting too, as another aside about Addis Ababa. This particular driver, he picked me up up in the mountains, and what was interesting about that is I had another driver that dropped me off up there, and then he didn't stay. He just took off. He took the next ride that he could, and he went back down the mountain. He was kind of funny as well because, again, that other driver who brought me to the top, he knew where I was going. It was located on the map. I had specifically where I wanted to be in this part that overlooks Addis Ababa, and he kind of saw it as this big geographical region. So he just asked me, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "That's that spot, like that mountainside part." So he just took me at some random spot up there in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, "No, I want to be like right where I have it on the map." And he's like, "No, I took you to the spot that you said." I was like, no, I pinpointed the map because that's how the apps work. And I didn't say that part, but in my mind. And I told him, I wanted to go to specifically to the spot that I clicked on the map that I want you to take me to. And he's like, no, you have to do a new ride and start again. But I could also, he was also doing a lot. His Amharic Orthodox religion. I mean, probably Amharic. It could have been another Ethiopian ethnicity as well. But he was very religious. So he had the kind of the Amharic cross, and he had it in his mirror and stuff like that. And he was praying a lot the whole way. So kind of felt like he wouldn't kick me out of the taxi and make me pay again because like technically he didn't bring me to where I wanted to go, and I told him that, and he went all the way and brought me there. He wasn't happy about it, and then he promised he was going to stick around, and he took the next ride down. But actually, I don't take that as an offense at all because that's just the way that it works. Like they need to make money, they need to bring people wherever they need to go. As long as he got me to the spot I needed to go, which he did eventually, it took him a little bit of time to do that, but when he did it, he got me to where I wanted to go, so I can't really complain. But it is interesting. So, anyways, a lot of them don't read the maps, and you have to really tell them exactly where to go. That guy, I was still kind of learning that they didn't know maps, so he didn't really follow it or understand that I wanted to go to that spot on that map. He just took me to some geographical region. There's the University of Baba again, so I just want to put that up there again. Still Addis Ababa University or University of Addis Ababa. Yeah, put that in the comments as well. That's good. If you guys put comments for some of these monuments and the name of that university as well, it'll be helpful because it kind of puts it more in the algorithm if people see that as well. And plus, I think people might want to see a little bit of what Addis Ababa looks like by driving in by car. And I will click on and do some of these short glimpses so that people can see the street scenes a little bit as well. I think that's nice for people to see as well. I think you would agree, wouldn't you? Maybe you might make that in the comments as well, because if you like that, I'm gonna do more of it because I'll do another riding video for Addis Ababa in the coming days. Yeah, and actually make sure you stay tuned to see the monument at the end because I do want to know what that is. I think it has some meaning to Ethiopian people, anyways. What else can I talk about? As far as people goes, Ethiopian people are amazing. They're really good people. They're actually quite honest as well. There was some poverty, but the poverty wasn't centered around. There's nothing to do with honesty or anything like that about it. It was just there's like economic issues because of COVID and because of the war. So those two things were contributing to. There was some beggars, but they're mostly in this Boli area, which is where the tourists come into, and some of the people who are Ethiopian, many of the people who are Ethiopians who do have money, and there are quite a few as well. But they'll usually go to this Boli area. So that's why you want to come back and watch my other driving video, because I'll also take it to Bole. And by the way, there's at the end of that one, there's somebody who eyes my camera and tries to take it. So he didn't do a very good job because I kind of saw it coming, so I concealed my camera. But anyways, I got a little bit of footage of that as well in the next video, the next driving video. There's only going to be 2 driving videos, so. But yeah, that's Ethiopia for you. That guy looks kind of cool. He looks like that hat looks like a Orthodox cleric hat, but like a semblance to it. I don't think that was one though. But yeah, this is Addis Ababa. There we go. Look at that structure. And yeah, you got a lot of development in Addis Ababa as well. So that was actually one of the reasons I came to see, because I'd been there 2015, 2017, so 2022. Oh, this guy right here, he's telling me, he saw me filming outside with the camera, right? And he's telling me like, look at that one over on that side. So then I got it. And that's the one I want you to tell me what it is, because he was pretty adamant that I turned my camera that way. So it's funny that he saw me with the camera and then saw that I was filming in the wrong way and told me to film the other side is right as well, right? And I got it. So yeah, if you could let me know. And that's actually one of the things I like about Ethiopian people. They are kind of observant, definitely, and kind of cool like that too. So I did like that. Anyways, this is a driving in Addis Ababa video. Hope you really like it. Make some comments below. Tell me about that monument, that church, and if you like that kind of stopping and pausing as I'm going down the streets. All right, guys. Hey, did you enjoy seeing a little bit of Addis Ababa? Well, keep watching my channel because I'm going to keep watching more. I'm going to go up there right now and check out some more and get some more up there for you to see. Chiquinha, Chiquinha.